Do, do, do. Hey, 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 good morning, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? Okay, so we just arrived here. Y'all remember. So let's go ahead and knock out any book stuff that's right here. The Hideaway. Established under the leadership of Clive Rossfield, who took on the title of Cid after his former leader's passing and Titan's destruction of the old Hideaway. Here, a community of like-minded individuals from across the realm have gathered to build a place where people can live and die on their own terms. Like its predecessor, it is built within fallen ruins deep within the deadlands of Central Storm. Decidedly unlike its predecessor, however, it is located in the center of a lake, Benumir, across whose waters any invading enemy can easily be spotted long before their arrival. Clive Rossfield, 5 years since the fall of Drake's Head and the death of his mentor, he and Jill have strived to continue Sid's legacy, the light of Ramu forever in his heart. Adolis, an old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as ferryman between the shores of Benamir and Clive's hideaway. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, and he and his trusty skiff might help them build and operate their new hideaway in the lake. Huh, okay.
Last I saw, he was in the mess, as always.
Welcome back, Sid.
Finish with that log so we can call it a morning.
What are they doing? Oh, sparring.
I seen schoolboys swing harder.
Nice. Oh, wait, man, I didn't do that. There's people actually living out there? I guess that makes sense. Okay, we gotta turn. Actually, no, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. It's the frame rate kind of bothering my eyes this morning. Wonder, wait a minute, can you see?
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
Yeah, let's see if we can even explore anything. Yes, it will. Okay, let's see here.
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier. Of Sid's return the faithful sing across the blighted mere.
Get it, Luke, man. Oh.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing.
If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Oh, sadly not. Molly used the last of the chocobo in the stew.
Knuckle pie? Marinate yard chocobo. Prepare hen by draining blood and removing both head and feet. Gee, chocobos are huge. Particularly the heart and liver should be set aside for later use. Wow. I'm missing a lot.
Does that one have blood on it?
What can I get you, Sid? How am I getting on? Ah, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stone here. Even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though. That's what we like to hear. Knock 'em back, everyone. Sid's buying.
Hell yeah. Now, if I had money to blow, I'd just keep going through it just to see if he gets like a drunk effect.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Out of here.
And what can I do for you?
Has it really been 5 years since we left the old place? How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We're all waiting to treat Sid to hear his welcome when Koopa's lot turned up. Not that we knew it was them, they just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere there was, and a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Sid will save us.
We won't hear me complaining.
It's even roomier than the old one was. Got my own stores, my own little counter, and thanks to you lot fighting the good fight, plenty of demand for me wares.
The only drawback.
Constant bloody racket. If it's not Dory's and Otto barking their orders, it's Blackthorn and Bardolph banging away day and night.
Still.
If a pain in the ear hole's the price I'd have to pay to be Sid's outlaw partner in crime, I'd say I've got myself a bargain. Huh.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
I don't need any of that. No, no. Oh. Elixir? No. No. That's what I wanted. Just that, but I wasn't even...
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
You're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Oh, perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Off limits, that means you.
Clive? You've forgotten already? Because I haven't.
It was a right pain in the arse when getting this place into shape, especially with the mess we were in. Not that it was anything new for those of us who put the old hideaway together.
Still.
That don't mean I intended doing it again.
Things here ain't too bad.
I suppose I've got decent hammer, decent anvil, and apprentice that knows his hammer from his cock. Oh, and the furnaces are all right and all, thanks to old Sid Bellows. The gods only know how I'd keep the coals hot enough out here on the mirror without them. Not with bloody crystals, that's for sure.
Nah.
I reckon you won't find a forge like this one anywhere else in the Twins, and I count myself lucky to work in it. Thanks for keeping me on. You need anything, you give us a shout.
What do you want?
Ooh. Hey.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
No.
Look, Sid. Squeaks wants to meet you. I can't keep him, can I? Can't I?
Hey, Squeaks. Let's go down first, see what's down here.
Where did I put that sack of lime? Sack of lime.
It's not the ether. It's the water.
Oh, look, and the water, or the ground's getting wet as she goes over it. Huh. So it's not just like an animation, she's actually doing it.
This tongue here pulls the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Mid? Oh, look. Oh, cool, there's a book back there.
Much was lost when the first hideaway fell. Colleagues and friends. Years of hard work. But we did not let that loss defeat us. And our work will not be in vain. No. The spirits of our fallen comrades live on in every leaf and limb you see here.
Foundation of Valisthea Botany. After excising from the trunk, dry for 3 to 5 turns of the sun until brittle. Grind into mortar, add to warm coral milk to remedy gout, melancholy, and moon sickness. Caution: recommended when harvesting, as the host may grow disquieted. Experimental record. Mixed equal parts. Huh. Left it on screen long enough that if someone wants to pause the video and read that full thing, they can. I don't think it really applies to the lore of the game to read it. Just except for the Marble one, that one was pretty interesting.
Charlie says I can't go and play until I finish my sums.
Well then hurry up and finish them! We need 3 for curling geese.
Good day to you, sir.
That's not open.
Can't catch a wink with all the clamour in the hall. The atrium's quiet this time of day.
The lawsman says I can borrow as many books as I can carry. This was all I could carry.
One book.
Go on, eat up. You won't grow fat pecking at hay.
What's the matter, Sid? You look as pale as the day your predecessor slung you in the cell next to mine. Not about to have another fit, are you? Of course you aren't. You're a changed man now. We both are.
I guess I never talked to him.
What's the special occasion? You're welcome to join us for a spell, if you think Jill won't mind.
As you can see, there's really no quick way to get anywhere here.
No one works longer or harder than our Otto. You can scour the whole of Storm and Ash, and you won't find a better man.
Someone's a little obsessed. Oh, door back here.
Escape from the slave markets. How'd you manage that?
I had some help, but it was mostly luck. The others weren't so lucky.
Wait, what? Oh, look at that. Compendium of Rosarian verse. The rills run red with brave men's blood, and to the talons flow in flood, then out to sea. With those same souls whose souls are touched by flames and phoenix claws are clutched, and ne'er shall die. So dry thin eyes, thy groom is gone, but in thy babe his light lives on, and so shall he. Oh, I was gonna try and go down there. Okay, let's see.
Lady Tyre is performing a delicate operation and must not be disturbed. I'll let her know you called.
He's gonna introduce me to what that board is in a minute. Sorry, I was just.
I hope you don't mind, Sid. I changed the linens in the chambers while you were away.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, bro.
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Finished? I ain't started. Been busy enough with my own work.
You're pulling my leg, aren't you? Otto's gonna skin me alive.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain. I'll let the others know.
Pretty much it. This is the hideaway. I mean, we're gonna go to two places that it didn't go here in a minute, so.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Okay.
I learned something new. You'll be the first to know. Now off you go.
Now we're gonna meet Vivian. But let's see here. After Sid fell and his hideaway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Kupka, Clive took on both his predecessor's name and role, becoming the second Sid the Outlaw and the leader of the re-established resistance. Together with other survivors and their new recruits, he continues Sid's mission to emancipate bears and rid the realm of mother crystals. Otto, Chief Steward of Clive's Hideaway. Otto continues to serve the same role he did under Sid, being the primary person in charge of all monies and information coming into and going out of the hideaway. Got anything around here? Oh, what's that? A history of Valisthea jurisprudence. Continental Accord. Signing of a Continental Accord marks the beginning of the modern era of Valisthea, where the realm had once been riven by hatred and mistrust. The Accord built bridges affecting many of the areas of realm-wide cooperation that persists to this day. The shared currency, shared calendar, the common system of bearer ownership, chief among its epoch-making achievements. Alas, in the years since the Accord signing, many of these old risks have reopened. It is for us to follow in the steps of our forebears and wholeheartedly endeavor to usher in a new age of peace and unity.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even?
Even.
Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Not yet, though.
Ah, my favorite pupil. One would think.
My role was abundantly clear by now. I offer you and yours the guiding light of knowledge, that of matters military and political, both past and present, that it might illuminate your way ahead. For it is only by understanding what has come before that one might steer one's way toward a brighter future. Your role, meanwhile, is to ensure that I remain furnished with as much information on the state of the realm as your people can muster, in order that I might continue to appraise the dispositions of the great nations and those who rule them. And of course, to pay attention during my lectures, it would not do to appoint the storied Nine Tails as your tutor, only to disregard her expert advice.
I admit.
When I took up my professor's bonnet and began teaching at the University of Canver, I did not think for a moment that I would one day count Sid the outlaw among my pupils. But nor did I imagine that my fellow educators would have designs on my life, and we both know how that ended. Has it been a year already? Such is the peril of an overly inquisitive mind, I suppose. One is wont to uncover that which others would go to great lengths to ensure remain unhidden. Were it not for you and our mutual friend having come to the rescue, my curiosity would likely have proved fatal. But instead, I was not only saved, but granted a new lease on life, as personal tutor to a band of outlaws, no less.
A far more reputable fellowship
Than anything in the academic world, I assure you.
My beloved homeland.
The crossroads of Valisthea, where one only has to stroll the streets to hear news from every far-flung corner of the realm. Its mother crystal yields more shards than any other, and its lands even now remain untouched by the blight. It is a blessed country indeed.
Or at least it was.
Until Sambrek elected to invade and establish a new holy capital upon twin sides heretofore neutral shores. It pains me to see the land I love so changed, even more to know that I did not predict it. I knew the Emperor Sylvester had designs on the Dominion, but to abandon Oriflamme, the seat of the Holy Empire, since its inception, seems too audacious a move even for him.
What is it that you wish to learn?
By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, Clive can view the state of the realm, learn more about the current goings-on of Valisthea, representing Ninetales' past lessons, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. But what is a situation map?
Study it well, Clive.
Here you can view the situation map, current past events relevant to Clive's story. Updates as you progress through the main scenario. For someone to cycle through pivotal events. Oh, okay. So we can always use this to recap. Like at the beginning of... Yeah. I think I'm going to save it. Bells when we... What is this? Oh! And then you can click on it. And it takes you straight to their info. Nice. Okay, so a lot of this is we already read.
Here's the
Let's go
latest
here.
information I have.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view detailed visualization of character relation from Final Fantasy 16 that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1R to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventure. Inner voice and all new features now accessible with pressing active while viewing the Grand Cast. Voice affords you a window into both Clive's heart and the hearts of those he has encountered on his journey. After opening the feature, select a... Okay. So, so at this part of the game, let's see. Inner voice. I wish the current peace could last forever. Come back safely. No. Let this be the end. Unconscious, unconscious, unconscious. Oh, wait. There we go. She lost control. Ah. And I killed her too. Dang. Please wake up. My work is not done yet. A master could not hope for finer hound. I killed him. Huh. Saved my life. Wow, okay. Like, oh, I want to go. Where is she? No. Here, when he's a kid. There you go. Let's select her. Let's see. Men are defined by their breeding. Our bloodlines have been sullied enough. I must defend my noble blood. So this whole time she's been feeling guilty about him dying that day. Huh, okay.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Like, we can always go there and be like, what were they thinking during that? Well, we can go find out what they were thinking during that. Oh, wait.
Clive, is everything all right?
Yeah? Checking on you. Oh, wait, I gotta see Tom's. What am I doing? Oh. That thing. Ooh, Jill, you got something to say?
Everyone seems so happy to see us. It's good to be home.
Jill didn't sound too happy that people missed us. Kinda weird. See any new features? No. Oh, he's gonna have all kinds of stuff to click around. Sins of Desmix, an illustrated history of the twins, volume 4, Tales of the Founder, Mort de Oliver. Huh.
Oh, Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
Mithril, a mineral most mighty. Mithril is a material of both passing hardness and luster, and is these two quantities for which it is valued by the weapon and armor smith of the realm. However, there is a third quality of the mithril that sets it apart from steel or shell, its durance. While even the finest steel may be melted by dragon's fire, become brittle in frigid climes, or turn to rust if not regularly and rightly oiled, mithril is, once made, eternally unchanging. In this volume, I'll explain how one might go about making, shaping, and employing mithril in one's work. Oh.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Oh gods, on gods and men. A heavy leather-bound tome containing the findings of one Enimagzer of Canver, a renowned theologian who spent most of his life chronicling Valisthea's diverse religious history.
Already? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Let's see.
My knowledge is yours. Look around you.
While it is a far cry from the Imperial Library of Oriflamme, in 5 short years we have amassed more volumes than most men or women might hope to see in our lifetime. No longer are the tales they contain hidden away from all but the privileged. We have liberated them, that they may still fill the minds of all who hunger for knowledge.
Still.
There is much more out there, and as long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can.
Why?
One day, a chronicle of your own adventures might even grace these shelves. Or failing that, the floor.
It has been difficult, certainly.
When Titan visited his wrath upon us on that dreadful night, we lost much. He robbed us not only of our home and our loved ones, but of that which Sid fought fiercest to preserve, our hope. Hope that we might never have found again had you not taken his name and become our light in the darkness.
Had you not let us hear.
Tim Benamir and the Invincible, where among the ghosts of the fallen our journey can continue. Here in the belly of a Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years, does our hope burn brighter than ever, and here may it burn for 1,000 more.
I still remember.
The day I first met Tet and Crow chasing their father about the hideaway, one moment clinging to their mother's kirtle, the next. The twins loved their parents for their parents was something to behold, so fierce and pure. When they passed, I feared the void they left, and the children's life would never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years, hiding themselves away here in the shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these tomes.
And thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories prove a distraction, as over time their pain faded and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not more with vigor. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we all have the capacity to heal. And that happiness lost may be found again. Huh.
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
Oh,
you
didn't
wish to study the tomes?
Didn't go up as much as I thought. Heck yeah. Sid the Outlaw, leader of the faction believed responsible for the shattering of Drake's head in 873. With this single act of infamy, Sid's name quickly spread to the four corners of Valisthea and beyond. Vivian Ninetails, a scholar and strategist who makes her home in the hideaway, analyzing every shred of information that comes in from the wider world in order to divine the dispositions of the realm's armies and those who lead them. She offers her insight to Clive that he might better understand the lay of the land. The moniker Ninetails, of which she herself is fond, was gifted her by her fellow scholars in recognition for her ability to speak at length on almost any subject. Oops, no. Okay. Victor, a friend of Sid's and later Clive's, who keeps an ever attentive vigil on the comings and goings in Dalmekia from his hometown of Cosnus. Cosnus, a town located in the rugged northern reaches of Dalmatian Republic. Though it was once a thriving trading post, the coming of the Blight has served to both discourage travelers as well as drive off longtime residents. All that now remain are refugees fleeing from elsewhere, the black marketeers who pry upon them, and barely enough soldiers to keep the pace, or rather to pretend to when they're not being bribed to look the other way. Huh. The Fall of the Hideaway, an assault by Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan, and his private guard on the first hideaway of Cid, the outlaw, in the year 873. The safe haven, established almost amongst forgotten ruins long consumed by the blight, was entirely destroyed, and many of Cid's collaborators and the bears they had freed from servitude were slain. Huh. Oh, wow. They updated a lot of people. Give me 1 second, guys. Here, let me. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we're going to Joshua, dominant of Phoenix and former heir to the ducal throne. Joshua is thought to have died at the hands of the second icon of fire during the disaster at Phoenix Gate. However, he is very much alive, traveling the realm even now, his true identity hidden by a heavy cowl and an assumed name, that of Lord Margrace. Jill Warwick, dominant. She entrusts Confidant Clive, leader of the new hideaway, together to continue Sid's mission to emancipate Parish and rid the realm of mother crystals. Clive's faithful friend, he is fiercely protective of him and his allies, loath as he is to lose his best friend again, and never strays far from Clive's side, putting the hunting skills Cid taught him to use in fending off foes and picking up trails. Cid Dolphus Telamon, leader of the hideaway and dominant of Ramu, Warden of Thunder. His plan to create a world where bear dominants could die on their own terms meant destroying the mother crystals, an act of blasphemy that would see him forever denounced as an outlaw. It was during their mission to fell Drake's head in 873 that Sidolphus Telamon lost his life to a beast from the beyond, passing the title Cid the Outlaw onto his protege Clive. Permanent economic advisor, he has little love for his country, taking his position by himself, and that was all after learning the Cid Outlaw, the man who slew the love of his life, Benedict Hart, still lives. He tasked his personal guard with capturing and torturing bears in order to draw out his nemesis and take his revenge. Karen, one of Cid's most trusted allies, after Cid's hideaway was laid waste by Hugh Coop and his minions, she and her hard-working yet long-suffering apprentice Goats follow Clive to the new hideaway in Benimir. where they serve him in the capacity they served his predecessor, sourcing whatever supplies her fellow residents are in need of. Oh. Goats, Prentice Karen, and ally of the highway. After Sid's highway was reduced to rubble at the hands of Hugo, he followed his nan and joined Clive at their new home on the lake. He has a keen interest in smithing and spends what little spare time he is granted heating and hammering metal, just as Blackthorn showed him. Huh. Resident blacksmith of Clive's hideaway, where he keeps the new Sid outlaw and his allies well outfitted with arms and armor. Though he's usually a sullen and secretive sort, his knowledge he is happy to share with Goats, who has long been eager to learn the art of smithing. Wow, we got a lot of reading to do. Hippocrates, the hideaway's resident. After Sid's death and the destruction of his home, he joined Clive at the new hideaway, establishing a grand library within the walls of the fallen ruin, from whence he continues to share his knowledge with any who will listen. He has taken the orphan twins Tent Crows as apprentices, though they have yet to prove the most attentive audience. Maeve, landlady of the Tub and Gown, the hideaway's much-loved alehouse, though she was born in Rosaria. Her enslavement as a bearer saw her transported to Embark to work its wheat fields. However, when the farmer was happy with the harvest and thought to make an example of her and her fellow slaves, the curse breaker stepped in to instead teach him the error of his ways. Chief cook at Sid's hideaway, who lost his life on the night of Hugo Kupka's attack. He was well loved both for his ever genial nature and the toothsome fare he concocted from the limited ingredients available in their deadland home. Indeed, many of Kupka's Kenneth's dishes remain on the menu in Clive's hideaway. Oh, that's cool. Tet, one of the pair of young twins who assists Hippocrates in the hideaway, or at least are tasked to. In practice, he spends most of his time reading books and teasing tomes with his sister Crow. Though their parents were both bears, Tet was spared to burn. Alas, he was not spared the tragedy of losing both his mother and father when Sid's hideaway was laid low. One of the pair's young twins who assist Hippocrates in the hideaway, or at least are tasked to. In practice, she spends most of the time reading books and teaching tomes. Born a bear, like her parents, but spared this prejudice and persecution that they were forced to suffer. Alas, she was not spared the tragedy of losing both her mother and father. Okay. The Mysterious Watcher. Scion of a lesser noble family of Dalmatia, tasked by Hugo Kupka to trace the whereabouts of Sid, the outlaw, the man he believes slew Benedicta Harmon. His investigations led him to Eastpool, where he overhears Clive and Gav's conversation and follows them back to Sid's hideaway. Oops, we did not read that earlier. Medicine girl, we found her. Got purple eyes? Oh. Ultima. How do we know his name? Or I didn't think he said it. An otherworldly being that Clive encountered in the inner sanctum of Drake's head. He addressed Clive as Mythos before attempting to merge their consciousness. However, Clive was able to summon the will to resist the creature. Before Joshua returned from the dead to imprison it in a cage of flame that he sealed away in his own heart. Imagine if they did merge. Valisthea. After the fall of Drake's Head, a realm timeless until Sid and his disciples commence their campaign to bring each one, starting with Drake's Head crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion throughout the great cities and nations of Valisthea. Sid's hideaway, a hidden refuge, that is until the fledgling utopia was brought crashing down after its location was discovered by Hugo Kupka, dominant Titan, in the year 873. In but a single night, the hideaway was destroyed, fewer than half managing to escape the slaughter visited upon them by Kupka and his men. Benimir, a lake in the Blighted Lands on the southern edge of the former Grand Duchy of Rosaria, named for the dragon that some tales say created the basin when it fell from the sky. Fallen airships dot its expanse waters like forgotten cenotaphs, leading some to liken it to a graveyard. Its remote location, far from any trade route and deep inside the Deadlands, made it an obvious choice for Clive when faced with rebuilding Sid's legacy. Oriflamme, former capital of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, after its mother crystal was destroyed in an attack by Sid the Outlaw in the year 873, the decision was made to move the throne and her army south to the Crystalline Dominion, regardless of whether or not the Dominion citizens approved. Oriflamme has since fallen gradually into decline, having lost the mother's blessing and all benefits it brought. Wow. Drake's Head, the mother crystal upon whose wings did Sanbreque ascend to geopolitical supremacy. It towered over the holy capital of Oriflamme, its mighty silhouette a testament to the power and permanence of the empire. And then, in the year 873, it fell at the hand of Sid the Outlaw. Literally. The fall of Drake's Head. See, it literally disintegrated. Sid the Outlaw, along with certain of his allies, infiltrated the Sanbreque capital of Oriflamme, bringing down its mother crystal in a daring and unprecedented attack. Investigations after the fact conclude that the infiltrators took advantage of the disturbance caused by an aether flood to gain entry to the Empire's holy sanctum. In the aftermath of the incident, Sid was declared a wanted man, and the faction he led a criminal enterprise to be hounded across Valisthea. Oh. Northreach. Following, when Sanbreque moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Northreach went from being a vital gateway to the seat of the Empire to a forgotten country backwater in a matter of moons. With the fall of Drake's Head, the aether was soon leached from the lands around it, leaving the fields fallow and the once thriving environs barren and lifeless. No, the crystal was supposed to be doing that. A nation formed from a federation in pursuit of Sid. Oh. Kupka, obsessed with finding Sid and exacting his revenge for the murder of Benedict Arm, co-opted with the soldiers of the realm and had them commit a series of atrocities in an attempt to flush him out of hiding. Oops. The Men of the Rock. Hugo Kupka's personal guard. On Kupka's orders, they ruthlessly gutted and destroyed Sid's original hideaway. Vengeance for the brutal beheading of Benedicta Harmon. There was her head in the box. But Kupka's first thirst for revenge is not yet slacked, and it is with reckless abandon that he employs his minions to commit atrocities across the realm in a bid to drive Sid from hiding. Following the imperial occupation of Twinside. The Soul it is ruled over by Barnabas Sandom, Warren Dark, who has long harbored ambitions of extending his reach into the neighboring continent of Storm. Somewhat surprisingly, the Sanbreque Empire's incursion into Crystalline Dominion prompted no immediate response from the king, who appears to be biding time and considering his next move. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing during this whole thing. A once independent, same thing. A once independent state, after Drake's Head was destroyed in 1873, the Holy Empire of Sanbreque declared Twinside its new capital in defiance of the long-standing non-aggression treaty. While controversial, the move carried out by Prince Dion and his Knights Dragoon proceeded mostly unopposed, largely due to the Dominion's lack of a dominant of its own with which to intimidate the interlopers. Non-aggression treaty, a pact in which, yeah, I've read something similar like 5 times. Heart of the Mother Crystal, the bright, shiny convolution of shards that sits at the center of each Mother Crystal. With a heart, when a heart shatters, so too does the mountain around it. Since time immemorial, sanctuaries have been built around the hearts for the worship and protection of those irreplaceable treasures. Aether tolerance. the ability to resist the effects of aether exposure. This is higher in bears and dominants, allowing them to survive concentrations of aether that would turn any human who lacks their gift. Some animals, including chocobos, have a natural resistance to the effect of aether, but one of many reasons why birds are so beloved across the twins. Magic berries. Some dominants have the ability to call upon a part of their icon power to summon a ward, a nigh impervious barrier that no magic nor matter can cross. However, its maintenance requires a continuous channeling of aether through the summoner's flesh, taking a heavy toll upon them. The larger the barrier, the greater the burden. Priming. The act of a dominant transforming their flesh into that of their icon. Priming does not require a continual draw on aether. It is rather maintained by the constant channeling of the vast quantities of aether imbued within the dominant's own body. This allows the dominant to remain primed even when they enter the aetherless Deadlands, but also in the crystal's curse, taking a heavy toll on them with every act of priming. So when they prime and they turn into their icon, they literally become another being. Because that means, yeah, okay. Because going into Deadlands and they don't like die or nothing. Airship. Legend has it that people of the fallen, we're staying in one. What's this? Beast. Beasts, animals whose evolution have been warped by exposure to aether, some gaining the ability to cast magics. Unlike bears, however, they seem to have developed like aetherical tolerance, so it's not uncommon to encounter a Keshic beast in the vicinity of aether fluids. Wild beasts are sometimes tamed by humans for use in warfare, soldiers of Sambrek having a particular fondness for those descendants of ancient dragons. Mythos, the name of which Ultima addressed Clive. It appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquis. But to what end he requires such a thing, only Ultima knows. The vessel, a name that the being known as Ultima gives to Clive. It appears to be synonymous with Mythos. Ramu, the Warden of Thunder, whose power lately awakened within Snelf's Telma, dominance of the icon most often emerged among descendants of the motes of Thunder. Tribe once dwelled in the lands of the Central Ash, lands that the kingdom of Olud now lays claim to, may have a part due to the tribe's comparatively advanced learning. Ramu is associated with wisdom and judgment to this day. Typhon. Seemingly drawn to the destruction of the heart of Drake's head, Ultima emerged from a tear. A tear. In reality, wearing the skin of Typhon, a withered and wizened colossus, and drew Clive into a space between worlds, wherein the aetherical entity might test his worth as a vessel. Oh, okay. Panthers, etherical type predators. Archetypal, predators known best for their brilliant spotted coats and proclivity to lives of solitude. As the case with most felines, the animals are severely strong-willed, and efforts by the Republican Army to harness their inborn speed and ferocity for use on the battlefield has been met with varying degrees of success. Okay, cool. We are caught up. We are caught up and my voice can rest for a minute. Oh.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stolus. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Oh, wait. Any new info? Oh, yep, there it is. Tarja, resident physiker of Clive's hideaway and trusted ally of the cause, branded as a bear from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Tarja put her surgical training to use in removing her own brand. She cut her own face. She did her own dang surgery. And offers to any other escaped slave.
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Still smitten with the serving girl, are you? She's a fair one, all right.
Up here. Oh, wait. I can go this way. Okay, there's that way anyway. Okay. Oh, Jill. Hi. I didn't know I could see anywhere.
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk.
Wall of memories. The oath, created the day Clive pledged his allegiance to Cid. This crystal shard transfixed with twin daggers is a powerful reminder of a promise made, a friendship forged, and a legacy inherited. Rip, Cid. Rip. Reading. Yeah, we can read letters. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empires at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to where upon my return? Okay.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Well, maybe go find your brother. You put one word out saying Joshua Rossfield's looking for Clive Rossfield, and Clive will come find you.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
The gathering.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Anything new? No.
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak with Otto.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry about that. I'll make sure everyone gets safe.
Sorry about that, guys. Hmm. New quests are available nearby. Oh, all the way down by there. That is horrible. Let me see. There you go. That's better. Still there, but not. Yeah, I'm playing without the graphics option because it looks like up close.
Finish with that long back, Sid.
Where it's distracting me.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rock for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus.
Obolus.
Skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Oh, Curtail Falls. Oh. That State of the Realm thing is always going to be yellow for the most part. Okay. Yeah. We need to go, but we're going to go here. Yep. Okay, we're going right here. Is it just me? Oh no, okay, she's with me. Okay, cool. Oh. Now it's foggy here.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Over here!
This one!
Go, Tom! Over here!
This one!
over.
It's over. Pitcher wax. A sticky substance found in a pitcher of carnivorous plant which thrives in Rosarian lowlands.
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
If I'm not mistaken, when I played this the first time, the teleport to here was actually down here, and you used to have to come up every time, which was annoying.
Finish with that long sack, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks of Chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Oh, I need to check to see if I can unlock something real quick. What the hell is that? Badge of Might +1. Oh. I got it. So I want to make sure I'm not going to go off the beaten path, I don't think. I do want to just walk though for a little bit. Might just shit that's along the road so I can get some more skill points, if you want to call them that.
Get him! Over here! Get him!
Oh.
Over here! Saga! Get him! Over here! Get him! This one! Get him!
Oh, that's where that carriage was.
Get him! Over here! This one! Over here!
Wow, that pixelation on this is...
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperials. If they hurt Martha, there'll be the rest to answer to.
Hold on.
What are you after?
Oh.
There you go. That all, is it?
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Let's
man.
get you to a physical.
I'm sorry.
I gotta pause myself.
What said you'd be coming? I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
The Curse Breakers, a unit drawn from those fighting age and martial training among the residents of the Hideaway, who conduct operations to liberate bearers from slavery, beginning as a loose collection of like-minded individuals inside the Hideaway who choose to rid themselves of their bearer brands that they might serve the cause out in the field. The Order has greatly expanded both in its ranks and its operations since the move to Benamir under Otto's watchful eye. Cole, second in command of the Cursebreaker, who assists with the coordination of their troops' bear liberating activities under the supervision of his captain, Doris. Formerly a slave for the Fist of the Republic before being freed and taken in by those those he now calls his brothers and sisters in arms.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then They may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
It seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Over here! Ah! This one! Attack! It's over!
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Over here!
Is that all of them?
Hopefully.
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
The abbot.
Oh.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Oh.
He's gone.
Damn.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The current's there. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
What was it again? Remain. Yeah. When one finally succumbs to the crystal's curse, the last remaining aether held within one's body is finally released, causing the lithified flesh to crumble and create the dust synonymous with a bear's passing. And the Black Shields, an order of knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as vicereine of the newly established imperial province of Rosaria. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, which is practice primarily involves slaying bears upon the slightest pretext. Oh, I gotta go around this one. Well, let me grab this real quick. Britics jump. Britics. Ooh, an eyeball. Nice. We've unlocked hunts, folks. victorious marks every now and then. Clive may encounter them. Okay.
They have spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying? Of course it has. There's a floating eyeball.
Floating eyeball. Oh no. That was close. Shit. Retry. Okay. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there.
You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Return Martha's rest.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon. The boys from the garrison might still be nearby.
Found her. I'd rather not bump into them again. We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
I wonder if there's anybody to talk to.
Oi, look sharp!
Eh? What?
I'm glad Martha's safe. Both for her sake and the town's. This place wouldn't be the same without her.
Are any of you hurt?
No, they didn't come this way, thank the Founder.
No. Well, hold on. I think I have an idea. I want to go look at something as soon as we're done talking to Martha here.
We've been speaking with the Blood Axes about how best to protect the village. We won't let this happen again.
Yeah.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers. Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others. I won't let their sacrifice be in vain.
If you don't mind, Sid. I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until she finds someone to guard the rest, that is.
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else would be out cold after what she's been through.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's
Yeah.
true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Doom, 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 doom. Wait a minute. Oh. Cullings. After being made, viscerating, yeah, the Cullings are brutal massacre. Yeah, I read that earlier. Well, I guess it didn't matter which way I went.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Mm-hmm.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
This one.
I've been there before, don't matter.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
There's the bridge.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Oh no.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Ambrosia's tack. A bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood friend, Ambrosia. Oh.
Let's go.
Faster!
Okay, okay. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so we're going back home.
Where's Gav?
He's in there, but I want to see something real quick.
That room's as ragged as
So Mather's all right.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Have
like
you
anywhere
finished
is
sorting
safe,
those
so
reports?
Nope.
that I'm planning.
Hasn't unlocked yet. Is that unlocked yet? Well, hopefully it's soon because I freaking killed that one notorious Mark. Like I say, we should go talk to Gab.
Gav should be back by now.
Yep.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Heck yeah.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Following hideaway facilities not available. Alien reports. The patron's whisper. We'll look into that. The hunt board. All three are located near Otto in the mess. Renown. Clean side quest through marks found on the hunt board. Will learn collide around. Inspiring nameless benefactors from across the twins. Donate money or items to Clive's cause. Oh, okay.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Okay, here we go. More stuff to read. The Crystalline Impasse, a conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sanbreque and the Republic of Dhalmekia in the year 878, largely concerning control over the Crystalline Dominion. The Dominion had previously been the subject of a non-aggression pact between the Valisthea nations, but in 873, the Empire claimed Twinside for its new capital, an act which eventually spurred the Dhalmekians into military action. The seven high houses, the highest noble houses of old Rosaria, of which House Rossfield is the first and foremost. They have their roots in the ruling dynastics of the small independent nations that were united upon the founding of the duchy. The houses had a prominent voice in the ducal politics, but this was silenced when the region fell to the empire, and Empress Annabella took Rosaria's reins. Byron Rossfield, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn and warden of Port Isolde, a thriving trading port in the south of Rosaria. Byron inherited a small fortune from his noble family, which he built into a large one by virtue of his mercantile wiles and adventurous spirit. There is not a trading post house nor tap house in Valisthea, and beyond that does not have a tale to tell of Lord Byron Rossfield. Okay.
Think it's all right to touch.
You got new stuff or no?
Is it business or pleasure? Going purse weighing you down? Is that all?
I ain't got money for nothing. Yeah, let's go talk to him real quick.
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they get their fish? They ate flying fish, silly.
Is there something I might assist you with, Clive? If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Josh, after Drake's head unmasked. I thought I read that. Ambrosia, Clive's personal steed. After losing her master at Phoenix Gate, Ambrosia found a new flock and led them in defending honest merchants from beasts and bandits, earning herself the love of the locals and the name Whiteheart. Indeed, it was one local's insistence that she be defended in turn that led to her happy reunion with Clive. Good. Sid's faithful scout, not one of Clive's closest and most trusted allies. He continues to put his legendary nose to work in service of the hideaway. The information he brings back from his expeditions proving invaluable for the curse breakers in their efforts to save bearers from servitude. Though he lost an eye during Hugo Hoopa's attack on the old highway, his scouting senses remain undimmed. Companion and protector of Joshua Rossfield, dominant of the Phoenix, as loyal as she is dangerous, her blade is ever at the ready for any who might mean her master ill, and her tonics ever at hand to heal the sickly prince's hurts. Joshua addresses her by name, Jope, but it is unclear whether this is her true name or another pseudonym. Port Isolde, a port city situated on the southwestern coast of the imperial province of Rosaria. Only Rosalith rivals it for size, and in the glory days of Archduke Elwyn's reign, its streets bustle with traders from across Valisthea. Sadly, those days are long since gone, and Sanbreque occupation has seen everything from marketplaces to military institutions subverted to the will of the Empire. Okay. Drake's Fane, one of Valisthea's 5 remaining mother crystals located in Dalmekian Republic. Unlike its sisters who jut from the earth to tower above the landscape, Drake's Fang is completely enclosed within the vast hollow of an ageless mountain. Its citrine fingers reaching inward to the Barrow's heart. Excavation of these crystals has, over centuries, showered the Dalmex with a substantial fortune, and as such is seen as a symbol of the nation's prosperity. Drake's Spine, a mother crystal situated in stone here, capital of the Kingdom of Lute. Its sheer walls strike similarly to the towering cliffs that line the coast of Ash. The interior can only be gained by means of solitary stone span that stretches from the heart of the city proper, being the last remaining mother crystal on Ash. The crystals harvested from its surface are vital lifeline for the Waluder people, but even then their number is far from enough to set the kingdom's appetite, thus forcing her king to seek sources elsewhere. Drake's Tail, a mother crystal located in Crystalline Dominion. It is one of only 5 remaining in Valisthea and is the largest of its kind. Silhouetted by the setting sun, the island of the Dominion spread out before it. The tail is truly a wonder to behold. The Northern Territories, a bitterly cold corner of Storm's most northern reaches. The loose collection of nations that sprang up around the region's erstwhile mother crystal, Drake's Eye, were united and pacified by Archduke Elwyn Rosfield of Rosaria in the year 854. However, in the years following Rosaria annexation by the Empire, a combination of both Blight's inexorable advance and Sambrecht's lack of interest in the territories has only work to quicken the area's destabilization. Where the heck is Drake's Eye when you pull it up on the map? And why isn't it still there? Hopefully we find out. Missives. Missives, the second simplest method of long-distance communication used in Valisthea after whispering one's message to a traveling trader and trusting in the strength of their memory. Though letters are more prone to interception than solaces, they have the advantage that they can be sent to those one does not know. Their major disadvantage, that the majority of common twins can neither read nor write, limiting their exchange to those of a certain level of education. Efforts are underway to offer such an education to the bearers of the hideaway, and many are already more confident readers and writers than their former masters. There you go. Araman. With their single blinking eye, these winged horrors ever scan the horizon, seeking their next victims using their singular ability to bend the very air around themselves and leap across great distances to take prey unawares. Those few who manage to survive this preliminary assault, however, are soon faced with a second horror, a crippling curse, often curse whispered from the lips of an abysmal maw, leaving them with but moments to lament their fates.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they keep their fish?
Oh.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
There's always trouble in Rosaria. Okay, so we'll go to the hunt board first.
That broom's as ragged as...
Nekar. Clive, there you are, Kupo. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board? It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Coop. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help, as I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghoul. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, crap. He's got a lot. Did you see that all the billets are marked with the location, Kupo? That's where the horrible horror in question was seen. But you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human, Kupo. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pom-pom, Kupo, try reading the witness's statement. Sometimes there are some details in them that might help you track the nasties down and finish them off. We are going to look it up on a fucking wiki. It's precisely what you see before you, Kupo. The Cursebreakers note down details, may protect their dangerous monsters. And, oh. Did you see the Cursebreakers give every build a rank of riskiness, Kupo? From this thing could kill you with a single swipe to a 7-nation army couldn't scratch this thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Kupo. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. The Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors to this board, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail. You don't go letting all their hard work go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let them down. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I did, because I've never been, Kupo. Look at these wings. Do they look like that soldier that might carry Moogle across countless leagues to open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. The Angel of Death. And Belphegor. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull up FF16 hunts. Polygon has them. Oh, they are in order. Cool. Cool. So we got Armon. We can go take care of all this. Nice. Level 30. Okay, so we got that going. That's good. Okay. Wait, does that count as me taking them? I just have to look at him. Yeah, I think I just gotta look at him. Okay. And go here.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me.
Yeah.
It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stolas reports to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Yara back in Old Hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley.
Still.
I like to think Yara would be proud of me, too. Were he with us today?
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Yara in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remains with us even though they're gone.
Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Fleeing side quests or defeating Northern Clive renown inspired nameless benefactors to donate stuff. Oh. Respect. Oh, 400 ability points. I'll take that. Thank you.
You earned this. Here you are.
Nice. Berserker ring.
All done?
They're forcing you into it. Okay. 525 seems to be the lowest. Oh, I'm at 1,000. I like that. Bam.
How are you doing? Oh, same old.
Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just sifting, and that's just the sifting. Actually, solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The curse breakers take the urgent stuff, and we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest.
So,
Yeah. If you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a long time ago, or a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts.
Sid.
When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
He's still with us too.
With us and in you. You took his name and gave us hope when we had none. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, don't be a stranger, eh? A hideaway ain't nothing without it, Sid.
Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Oh, you hush.
Without a ship to carry you there, Drake's breath might as well be on the moon.
So Martha's all right.
Yep. Others weren't so lucky though.
That broom's as ragged as
You think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
Oh, she has a hat on now. I remember her having a hat.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
He's talking to the tree, guys. Where am I going? Pretty much all the way back.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
It would explain Blackthorn's foul mood.
All that pounding is
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel apples. A basket of Martel apples grown and picked by Cormac for sample by Hideaway residents.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
A gift from the backyard. Your service.
It's dog poop. We're giving you dog poop.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Can't remember the last time I had fresh fruit. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
These beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
That room's as ragged as... I hear there's trouble.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me.
Yep.
You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die?
That's life, dude.
She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Oh, it's going to be displayed. Basket of slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martel. May she rest in peace. Still, we'll grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick.
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts?
Oh, I need 20
Come
more.
again.
Okay.
I may have more. Oh, yeah.
Well, let's go here. Clear out these markers.
And how may I assist you today? Allow me to educate you. Here you are.
Following Clive. Porcelain. Oh, that's where we're going now. Yeah. Bear Cullings. And we're going to Drake's Breath. Northern Territories. So I bet you there was a crystal here. There was a crystal here. There was a crystal here. Crystal here, but there was probably one down here too. There was probably one here and one here. And maybe... yeah. I had to guess.
I have the details here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Where are you hiding? Ah. A dominant of nothing.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Yeah. Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff.
That room's as ragged as ghost locks. I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
And here. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Think it's alright to touch him?
Bird by any other name. Huh. For my insistence on writing you these silly letters, would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we may suffer another two apart. I'm glad to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say, Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Signed, Jill. That was... What a bird wants, what a bird needs. Oh, yeah. Okay, so whatever. Oh, okay, so we got apples here. Okay. Oh, we got Ambrosia's okay, that's what that is. Okay. I don't like to stay in that screen too long because that music's rather sad. And we can't go anywhere else anyways. Hawk's Cliff. From these heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosalith Castle and everything else in between. Oop, there's a mark in the region too. Okay. I wonder if it's on the map. Southern Rosaria.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
bloodline.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Now... Ooh, I can... Or, okay. I handle these hunts. I did this. The hunts on story quest after you interact with Nectar on the western side of... Gotta go up here. And it's down there, that one area where I said I wasn't gonna go. That marker, it's gonna be here. Okay. This may be tough, so I think we'll be okay. Here we go. It's a nice bounty. There you go. Ah, I thought I was gonna die.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
And where's their sign of Clearview and Sandbreck? Can I remove that? Okay. Okay. Oh, I can go everywhere. Oh, nice. Okay. Western side of Clearview and Sandbreck. Lost one. The dim. Press. Oh. North Reach. Yeah. And it is gonna be here-ish. Hey, come on.
Keep them pilgers nice and chill.
Look at this place.
See, there she is. I wonder, I'm gonna change out that gear real quick. Timely evasion. Timely phone, close time. Nice. Aruna.
That's what I think it is. This isn't gonna be easy.
Get him!
Nice. Damn it. There we go. To see the pattern on the surface of spherical gems shift and twist, one would think a churning storm traveling thoughts must surely be a trick of the light.
Rest well. I know I will.
That should be all of them. Let's go here. Immersive have been delivered. Is there anything?
You think it's alright to touch him?
Back, are ya? What do you want?
Reinforce.
That it? Fine.
An apple a day. A lad from the yard ran up a basket of martels just this morning. Sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. Yet you let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was it time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these, but for their foul bite. But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represent, our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now, Sid. Would be proud. Signed, Otto. Let me go turn. Oh, I might as well just go do it right here, since I'm here.
Everyone used to live in the sky. Where did they get their fish?
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Where is it? Right there. Notorious marks. While afield on their expeditionary excursions, the Cursebreaker will often learn of creatures, or somewhat unsurprisingly humans, that for some reason varying from the loss of natural habitat or the lack of food to overexposure to aether have begun to exhibit uncharacteristically violent behavior. Due to the threat they pose to the realm and her peaceful inhabitants, these terrors are deemed notorious marks and a bounty placed on their heads.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Wow, they don't even, but they only added Airman to the frickin' beastry.
I hear there's trouble.
That broom's as ragged as...
So Martha's all right. Yep. Others weren't so lucky though.
How may I help you today, Clive? Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Such as renowned Sid the Outlaw, that much of my clientele would rather spend their time prattling on about your endeavors than making any endeavors of their own. For that, I feel I owe you at least a portion of my earnings. A particularly enamored sort left this on the nightstand may it serve you better than it did him. A busy courtesan.
Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
How will that change that? Probably not. Okay. No. Okay. So then we go here, go here, go here. Now that we're back where we should be, we need to be heading that way. You know me, I want to fight some shit.
This one. Over here. Go, Tor.
chicken. What's this way? Oh, a river. Okay. I want to change. Timely assistance when good pet commands are during a timely assistance are including timely strikes. Oh, okay. See that? That's for you. Whoa. Like you could see Rosaria Castle. Okay. Past all the gloom and doom. Hold on.
This one.
There. Oh, look at that. His dad's... I'm pretty sure that's his dad's, thing.
Go for it! Get him! Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Welcome, stranger.
Don't need the guy blade. Don't need that. Don't need that. I need that though.
You won't be disappointed. There you are. Much obliged. There you are. Much obliged. You won't be disappointed. I'd like to help you. Truly, I would. There you are. Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that, boy?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Highborn, and now a great camp sprung up along the walls.
long way from home, aren't you? Much obliged.
Two more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
Oh, look at that.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
No, you're not.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
The Vice-Regency? The Vice-Regency, the Imperial Province incorporating the lands that were once Rosaria, ruled over by Annabella, former Duchess of Rosaria. One of her first acts as Vicereine was to institute a new order of knights, the Black Shields, who were dispatched to every corner of the province to maintain order. They would later come to serve as her personal armory, settling her grievances against bears and ducal loyalists. She is so fucking evil.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
What the? I'm falling.
Ever since the auditory, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapsed.
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Okay, which way? Let's go right first. Then we'll come back left. Come on. Fallen bug.
It's over.
Don't be. I don't like how it does that. Okay. Go back down here. Ah, there you go.
More of my mother's men.
This one. Over here. This one. Get him.
Nice. Oh, look at that. What is that?
This one.
There we go.
Get him. Over here. Go for it.
Nice. Bullhorn's braid. Bullhorn's braid. The Minotaur is a stupid creature, rushing blindly at any traveler who strays upon his territory. The traveler who strays upon a Minotaur's territory is a stupider creature still. Excerpt from the Valisthean Pilgrim. Lunge gets a 5% freaking increase. Okay, now which way do we want to go? Left, right. We're getting there. There's like a whole other way we could have gone too. Making sure there ain't nothing hiding. Okay. Oh, wait, what was it? Oh, that's what I saw. The silver on his back looked like the icon where you can interact with shit. Oh, well, there's... Nice. Oh, road down here. Oh, is that where I'm supposed to go? Yeah, okay. The hell is that?
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Good. Keep them healthy. I'm having too much fun just beating the crap out of this guy. Keep healing him, I don't care. Okay, that's enough. Where is he? Who's healing? Who's healing? There we go.
tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Nah, I don't want to hurry. There might be a chest somewhere around here first. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Oops.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Oh no. That's fucked up.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Well, let's take a look around town. See if anything got left. That Demon Tamer's stash? Another one? Any way to lower this? It doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh, and there's that Abbey.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Oh, so that goes to Rosalith Castle. Which, back in the day when we went to, so the marsh we went to at the beginning of the game was like right around here, right? And we're at the bridge from the front gate. And they would have came here. Here. East Pool. The Den. Where? Broken Hill. I feel like it's here, so they would have rode through here. Came north through here. Through here. Through here. And there? Huh. Interesting. Oh, here we go. What does this say? In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. Same thing on that side. Oops. Probably. Yep. Okay.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We won't survive another night.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
That would have been sneaky had they put one there. For this lady.
You find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Quiet Sands.
Over here! Go, Tor! Over here!
Devil crab.
Over here! Go, Tor! Get him! Go, Tor! All yours, Torgal! Get him! Go, Tor! Get him!
Weird, because I don't remember any of this.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us. That's the main gate. It looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
I want to go in here, though. Not yet. Oh. You can't even go in this. Okay. I got you, I got you, I got you.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy! Ishrin's dogs, they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough,
Fuck off.
Hang it, chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties.
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Can we go? I just want to go back that way to see if I can
I
just...
thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same.
Yeah.
Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Probably not.
As long as it is abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Oh wait, what am I thinking? Remember, I wanted to check to see if I can even... I don't want to... There could be stuff over here. Rose Gate, okay. Okay, yeah, just let me walk through here. See if there's any... Any chests? Or maybe they didn't think anybody was actually going to walk back here. Ah, here we go. There's somebody.
Half the guards at that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their souls for the promise of a warm bed. Not that I can blame them. The Empire's left us nothing.
Yeah.
We numbered 6 when we left our village. 2 died on the road. Another passed just last night. I worry I might be next.
Our last crystal just shattered. What are we gonna do now? Drink rainwater from puddles? Eat our rabbit raw?
Learn how to fucking start a fire? But they don't. All they've ever known is the crystals. Enter the Lazarus District. Alright, folks. I'm going to call it for now. I may be back on this afternoon. Maybe not. I don't know. See how I feel. Thanks for checking out the stream, and I'll see you guys next time.